Hey guys,
How you doing, America?
we're here. We thought we'd have a little discussion about this election because it's kind of a big one, kind of a doozy.
It's a pretty big one. A lot of important decisions are going to be made right now.
So we wanted to go over the reasons why if you're really thinking of voting for, you maybe should reconsider.
Hopefully we can sway some of you guys voting for to come over to our side.
It's all about your team. That's what it's all about. All about your team has to win the points.
Well, I think that's what they're coming at it from. Like it's my thing. Like I have to do it.
It's my thing. Do what you want to do.
I feel like that's what
I
they're
can't
coming
tell
from.
you who to sock it to, except for in this case we can. Don't vote for.
Do not.
It seems really obvious to if you're trying to actually think about the issues.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of undecided voters out there, and this video I think is primarily for you guys.
Yes.
We're trying to decide between and we're here to tell you that the vote clearly the better choice is.
So we just want to run down the list. There's a couple things that are pretty obviously just striking problems with. You can't. There's no way you can, in good faith, go and vote for.
I don't understand how people can make that choice.
Well, what do you think it is with? Like, why did think that they would get so far in this race? I feel like part of it is namesake, right?
Yeah.
Has that name that's familiar to lots of people,
Yeah.
years and years, from the 90s and forward. It's pretty clear.
Forward and backward.
It must have been the appeal that they were banking on in the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. They built their whole campaign around that, around the idea that they're a familiar face.
Yes. Yeah.
Another one was, just plain and simply, is old.
It's true. And it seems superficial, but think about that.
I know.
Why do we need more old people who aren't even going to be alive long enough to see the real repercussions of whatever policies is looking to push?
They're not.
It doesn't make sense.
They're not. The next point that we had was the corruption, the level of corruption in business dealings. How can people vote for or want to vote for knowing that they've been lied to so many times?
So many times.
It's unbelievably corrupt. How you can think that a leader is the person saying who's done all of these things is going to go and turn around at the drop of a hat and say they're for you?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
They have a track record of kind of showing them
Exactly.
How could you vote for with all of those crazy, corrupt business schemes?
Oh, God.
Just the lack of integrity, the dishonesty. How could you even look at and say that's a good idea?
How can sleep at night with all the lies?
Got an expensive bed.
No, I think got a prescription drug habit that's.
Well, it's safe to say.
Yeah.
So
Pop a couple Xanax.
pop a couple Johns.
Pop a couple of people.
Whoa. Hey.
Soda pop them.
Yeah.
Give them some soda pop.
Yeah.
Couple sody pops, couple sody pops, couple sody pops.
That's the colloquial way when people use that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're filming this in Iowa. Because we hate on this channel. Okay.
If we haven't made that clear enough as it is.
Yeah. This is a no zone. I think that foreign policy is too muddled, and as if they haven't really thought it out to the last point, And I think that if we're going
to... A bit reactionary, maybe you'd say?
I would say.
Yeah.
I would say.
And there's a lot of ego wrapped in foreign policy reactions, it seems like. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of look at me, I'm going to do what's right, but you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And if you do, you're not doing a great job of showing it.
Absolutely not.
Which would be a weird thing to not want to be honest about. Oh, the first spouse?
Like you think of the first spouse, you think of Jackie Onassis,
You think of integrity. Even Michelle Obama, I'd say.
Michelle Obama. I was going to say, Michelle
poise.
Obama.
You can't have someone... There seems to be kind of a sleazy aspect to the first spouse. That's a little...
Absolutely.
Doesn't reflect well.
It doesn't.
It doesn't reflect well. I think... But here's the biggest point. It seems so obvious that is going to be just so far removed from any real issues you and I would ever have to deal with, or most people out there would ever have to deal with.
No, you can't.
I guess on some kind of statistical level they may understand it, but they don't have any actual relation to most Americans. And that's the thing that bothers me the most about especially, is that just that wealthy New England country club kind of life that we've seen time and time again from politicians.
No idea of what's going on down here.
That's the thing that That's the thing that really bothers me the most.
I don't fly first class.
So, I think we made it pretty clear. If you can put all your principles aside and vote for after hearing all of that, then you're kind of a piece of fucking shit.
Think of your mother. What kind of world would you want your mother to live in?
What else is there to say but that?
I think if we can strike into the heart of a few people, I think we've made a difference.
A few good people.
Who's
in that movie? Dustin Hoffman? No.
12 Angry Men.
I don't know enough about things. That was Henry Fonda. That was a good movie.
That's a good movie.
I like that movie. There's a lot of character actors in that movie.
So not that many locations though.